always eyes wide open. Keep it close.
A Cape Coral woman warning you to keep your cell phone close to you tonight after she says hers was stolen while she was out shopping. The bigger problem, though, she reported the theft to Verizon, but says someone still managed to turn her phone back on and use it, and she's the one getting the bill. 4 in Your Corner's Karis Belger working to help her get some answers tonight. Karis?
Lisa, Diana Huggins says that after weeks of dealing with Verizon and getting no answers about how her phone was turned back on, she switched providers, she's calling her lawyer, and she turned to 4 in Your Corner. It was a shopping trip gone wrong for Diana Huggins.
So I was out shopping and I was in a retail outlet, and all of a sudden my phone came up missing.
She says she did what anyone else would do. She called her provider, Verizon, and had the phone shut off. Unfortunately, she says that wasn't the end for her. Days later, when her friend tried to call her, the phone should have been shut off, but it wasn't. Huggins discovered her phone was still being used by someone else, and she says she's still getting billed for it. She's been trying to get answers ever since. She says she was told the fraud department at Verizon would call her a few days after the incident, but never did.
So I called them yesterday and I talked to fraud, and they said absolutely not, this is not a case of fraud.
Huggins tried to get the phone shut off again and says despite her best efforts, no one would tell her why her phone was turned back on without her knowledge. And she's worried the person who did this used her personal information to get the phone turned back on. Scams like these are more common than you might think. One quick search of the Federal Trade Commission website, and you'll find an entire article full of information about identity theft and also ways for you to protect yourself. Meanwhile, Huggins says she switched phone providers just so she could communicate with people again, but says she plans on suing Verizon in fear they compromised her personal information.
I could not believe that they could let someone walk in or make a phone call or however it happened and turn my phone back on.
I did try calling Verizon but wasn't able to get any answers today. I'll be sure to call again tomorrow and keep you updated as we learn more. Karis Belger, Fox 4 in Your Corner.